Hello everyone, and welcome to a tutorial on how to use my new program called StoryBoard. So when you I have a link to the download below. It's free. You just have to go through an AdFly link, and then it'll take you to a MediaFire download page, and you'll download a zip file, and in the zip file you'll have a folder called StoryBoard, and within that you'll have all of these files. So you'll have these 3 text files along with these 3 folders. Make sure you do not delete these folders or change these folders or text files. They have to be the same name, and they have to be in the same directory as the application itself. So yes, so want to launch it up here. So this is the application itself. So basically what this application does is I made it for game developing. For my game that I want to develop, I wanted a way of keeping track of character dialogues and story, how the story is going to be written, and it's going to be an adventure game. So puzzles, I wanted to keep track of all the different puzzles that I'm going to have. So what I did here is there's 3 different tabs: story, dialogue, and puzzle. So each of these corresponds to what you want to look for. So story is going to be basically, this is going to be a list here. So eventually, as you create stuff, it'll get added to the list here. So this will help you come back after you've written stuff, and as you're developing your game, then you can come back, refer to this, click on each tab on the list, and it will help you. And then you'll be able to see, oh, this is what I wanted to do, or this is what the next part of the story is going to be, and that can help you write / design your game based on what you've written. So yes, so basically all the stuff for story would be here, and all the stuff for dialogue would be here. Then all of the stuff for puzzles would be in this section. And it doesn't, if you're not making an adventure game, you don't have to have puzzles. You don't even have to have dialogues. You could honestly do whatever you want with these tabs. Just because it says dialogue doesn't mean it has to actually be dialogue. It's just 3 separate tabs, honestly. But this is just what I wanted it to be for myself. So for example, here if we go to story, not dialogue, story, and we click new entry, it'll bring up this new entry box here, and we can call it whatever we want. So I'll just say test story part 1. So like this would be the first part of the story of the game I'm going to write. So I click create. It'll automatically put you into edit mode, so you won't be able to delete it or click new entry or anything like that. You can't change the list or the tab. It locks you in. So over here we have this is the text box, and then I also have a tab down here for the player and for the room. So basically one of these text boxes kind of represents one scene. You can go between 10 different text boxes, and basically for each text box, so like I could say the main character comes into scene, and starts to fight a robot. And then we could basically say player is, I don't know, we'll say Johnny, because that would be our main character. And then the room that this would be happening in, not necessarily the room, but it could be like the scene or the place on the map. We could just say like the junkyard. And then we can go to the next page, and then we would say robot gets ready to fight. And obviously you could have more text than this. This is just a basic, roughly, really dried out example just to get you the feeling. So robot gets ready to fight and makes lots of noise. And then player would obviously be robot, and then room would still be the junkyard. And then you can obviously go back, so it'll save the stuff that you wrote on the other page, as you see here. And another cool feature is you can also save over here. And another cool feature is, well, I'll show you that later. So you can click save entry, and basically you'll have it here. So test story part 1. We can delete the entry, we can edit the entry, which will basically put us back into the field here. edit entry shouldn't be there. That's a bug I'll have to fix in a future version. Eventually, because I'm expecting there to be some kind of bugs. I'll fix those all at one time and release a big bug patch. If you click this, you're probably going to crash the program, so don't click this, but just click save entry, and just don't click that. I don't know why it's there, but it was just a coding mishap. I just forgot to disable the button when save entry was clicked. So anyways, you can click a new entry to create a new one. You can switch to a different tab. So if you switch here, it'll change this tab. But if we go back to story and here, still got it here. When you switch it, it should get rid of this text and stuff. And you don't have to like save it anything. So if I close this and then I load it back up, if I go here and select story, as you can see, that story part 1 loads what I have. So that's pretty nice. And so I'm just gonna create a new entry real quick. We'll say save test or Dave test. That's fine too. And so we'll put us into edit mode, and I might release an update patch, because obviously now I've just seen that I need to make sure I clear the text box, because now this stuff isn't cleared. So I'll make sure before you the version that you download should be a version after this, and I'll make sure that this edit button here is gone, and that the it'll clear the text box, so it should function as normal when you get to it. But basically, imagine this is empty or whatever. So we're in edit mode, and basically we'll just say, hi, how are you doing? And we'll say, no, well, that's it. That's pretty much it. And we'll go to page 3 and we'll say, howdy doody. And now let's say, I don't know if this will, if it like just crashes or you have a power out, but if you accidentally just hit this X button, I'm assuming that if it works, if you go back in here, and we go to here, if we go to story, Dave test, you can see how are you doing, and it actually didn't save the howdy doody one, but it did save at least some of it, so I'll try and fix that. I'll try and have that fixed. So when that happens, it should save all of your text. So even if you accidentally forget to click save entry before you exit out of the program, it should save all of your stuff before it closes the program. So before the final part gets out to you, I will make sure that I go ahead and fix that. So that, the edit button and all other stuff, I'll make sure I fix that stuff. But pretty much this is how the program works. You can also have create a new file from up here. This just simply exit the program, and then I have pretty much just a simple about page here. I have this line here. If you know how to get rid of that, if you're a coder yourself, let me know, because I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, just pretty much some simple stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much my program. It's called StoryBoard, and hopefully this helps you out. I know there's other programs out there. I know there's like, I think like Chat Mapper and maybe like this another program, but those you can do a free trial obviously, but to get the full version of those it's like $100. So I was like, don't want to pay for those because I don't need like all of the extra features they have. So I made a simple one myself, and pretty much does whatever I want. Yeah, if you have any suggestions about stuff that you might think I should add to the program to make it better for the user experience and user handling, to make it simpler, by all means let me know. I'm up for any suggestions all the time. It probably won't be that hard to add whatever you want me to do, but we'll see. But yeah, hopefully if you're getting into gaming or even anything, you can really use this for anything you want. Hopefully this program will be helpful to you. I hope you have enjoyed watching this and that this helped you learn how to use the program correctly. And I just want to remind you again that the version that you guys will download should have all these bugs that I showed be fixed. So everything that I said was going to be fixed should be fixed in the new version. So yeah, hopefully this helped you, and if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment. Make sure you leave a like, it'll help me out tremendously. And yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye guys.